Hey everyone, you're at home with a geek. I'm Mark, aka the Little Black Dude. Welcome back. It is review time for Voltron Legendary Defender, Episode 3. So of course, I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to watch Voltron Legendary Defender Episode 3, and I'm going to come back and let you guys know what I thought and some of the things that happened. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Gotta say, there's a lot going on here, and I'm really happy that I got the chance to watch this. So let me run it down for you guys, okay? This particular episode, this is episode number 3, Return of the Gladiator. First thing that we get to see is the cold open with Zarkon, okay? We find out how Zarkon has been surviving all of these years, okay? We know that Allura and Karan were both in a stasis chamber for 10,000 years. So how is it that Zarkon survived? He had been using quintessence, which I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I'm sure that we'll find out. But now we know how it is that he survived all this time, so we know he's a formidable guy. We go back over to the Castle of Lions. We get to see Lance and Keith, arguing back and forth like they usually do. Lance is impressed with himself. Keith is not impressed with him, so of course, their rivalry is still very, very hardcore. Okay? Karan, in order to congratulate the Paladins on doing a wonderful job again, makes them a special lunch from the ancient times, and no one wants anything to do with it. So Hunk decides, well, since I'm on a planet that's got, herbs and spices and whatever this thing is, a tuber, I guess, I'm gonna go in the kitchen and do some stuff. And this is a great point of his personality. I love the fact that he has so much that goes on. This is also something from one of the older versions of Voltron, where Hunk spent a lot of time cooking. I enjoy that very much. Now, while all of this is going on, Pidge is waiting for the prisoners from the last episode to wake up. When they finally do, Shiro had just walked in, and they explained to him why they kept calling him champion. Apparently, he had beaten the previous champion in the arena on Zarkon's planet, and he was undefeated in the ring. The part of that fight that earned him the title, though, was preceded by something very disturbing to Pidge, because apparently Shiro jumped in front of Matt and said, "I want blood!" and then goes and attacks Matt, injures him apparently badly enough that he can't go and fight. Pidge is appalled by this because he cannot figure out how in the world he could attack his own friend. But that gets preempted by alarms and stuff going on. They go to the main hall and they see a little guy who's just running back and forth between the bushes. And we're like, okay, what is going on here? Apparently he's one of the native Erusians, and he has come to the Palace of Lions to find out why it is the lion goddess is upset with his people. All of the testing of the castle's systems, as well as the training for forming Voltron and learning how to use the lions, was perceived by the native Erusians as the gods being angry. So Allura and the Paladins go to find out what is going on here and let them know that there's no danger, the lion goddess isn't angry, all that kind of stuff, because you got to do that with creatures that deal with something from their distant past. As they're there, Pidge and Shiro have gone to Sendek's crashed ship to find out more about the prisoners, trying to find out what happened to Matt and Dr. Holt. As they're there, something starts falling out of the sky. Shiro is panicking because he's powering the computer that they're getting the information from. And he's like, okay, I want to go because I think something's wrong here. This is not going to be good. He's watching Pidge. He's watching the ship, watching Pidge, watching the ship, watching Pidge, watching the ship. And he's like, Pidge, I'm sorry. Grabs him. Pidge starts freaking out. I was like, no, my father, I got to find out what I can. Before they get a chance to finish arguing, the frickin' ship blows up because what was falling from the sky lands on it. It is a Robeast. That's what they called it in the old series. They didn't say it in this one, but that's what I'm gonna call it. So, the Robeast that lands is the one that the druid, who I swear up and down is supposed to be Hagar from the old series. They haven't said her name, but that's what I'll call her until I hear otherwise. Had made this roe beast from the champion. His name was Myzax, the champion that Shiro beat. So of course, we got a problem now. The Paladins get together, they form Voltron to attack this thing, and they are getting wrecked. But somewhere along the lines, Shiro recognizes the weapon, recognizes the fighting style, and says, wait a minute, I know this. I know how to beat him, we can do this. So, figures out the roe beast pattern, and the only problem is they don't have an attack strong enough to do any damage to this thing. And as this is happening, something very cool goes on. In Keith's lion, the whole place starts glowing red. And this panel comes up out of his dashboard that has a little section where his Bayard will fit in. So he sticks his Bayard in, turns it over, and they form Blazing Sword! Again, they don't call it that, but I'm freaking calling it that! The sword, it cuts through the roe beast with no problem once they have the opportunity to attack. Blazing Sword, they cut the roe beast in half. The battle is won. Then, Shiro and Pidge are outside. Pidge is sitting on the bridge. Shiro sits down and talks with Pidge because his memory of the moment when he attacked Matt comes back to his memory. The reason he did it was because Matt was frightened. He didn't think he was going to survive. So he injured Matt to keep him from being sent into the arena. So Pidge, of course, is excited, and Shiro says something that I had been expecting, kind of, because I had little bits of information that were just sprinkled through, and I'm finally glad that it happened. He says, your father would be proud of you, Katie. Back to the Blazing Sword, okay? One of the things that I'm liking about this new series is that not every episode so far has an enemy, okay? It seems like episode 1 had an enemy, but 2 was about them building the team, 3 had an enemy. We'll see where it goes from here. All I know is that the pacing is a lot better in this show than it was in the old show, even though I loved the old show. I'm looking forward to how much they use this to their advantage. Hey, thanks for checking out my video, my review of Voltron Legendary Defender Episode 3. If you like what I do, here's some videos for you to check out. If you're new here, please feel free to subscribe and make sure you ring my bell for new notifications. Until next time, this is the Little Black Dude. Stay geek and proud.